Thank you so much, dear viewer, yet again for tuning in for this show, the KV show brought to you by ITI Uganda chapter. ITI, for those who are hearing it for the first time, is the International Theatre Institute, and this is the Uganda chapter. So ITI has theatre makers worldwide. Every person that has done theatre, is doing theatre, or is yet to do theatre, this is your space. And in Uganda, we sit at the National Theatre on 2nd floor. And if you want to join us, you can come through and get to hear about us. Most importantly, you get to know how you can be of help to us and how we can be of help to you. But the idea is to make sure that we increase the network and the net worth of theatre makers in Uganda. Today, we are very privileged to have an important gentleman, a gentleman who does not need any introductions as far as the theatre is concerned. But for the benefit of those who are hearing about theatre for the first time, we shall let him introduce himself, and then we shall get to know more about him. Mami Matovu, you're most welcome.
Thank you, Linus.
Yes.
And thank you for inviting me. And thank you for being passionate about what you are doing, else you wouldn't have followed me up. The name is Aloysius Matovu, Joy, in that order. In our field, people have names that mean money. Aloysius Matovu, Joy, lirikola sente.
Tukwaniriza mwami Aloysius Matovu Joy.
Yes, sir.
Tukumanyi nga theatre maker.
Yes, sir.
Naye gwe kugwe omuntu wagala theatre, ekigambo theatre kiki ekikujjira mu bwongo?
Omuntu bw'agamba theatre, emiri egisinga si mu bwongo bwange naye mu bwongo bw'abantu abasinga kibeera kyekulungulira nnyo ku stage theatre, drama. Yet it is very broad and everything falls into theatre, be it music, dance, drama, poetry, everything is theatre. To the extent that even the life we are living is theatre. Okay? Kati, when we talk about theatre, the first time we heard about theatre, it was connected to National Theatre. Yeah, because apparently this is where I started my acting in 79. Kati, it is all about drama, and you end up, when they say that now is going into drama, now the theatrics. I remember when Ken Lukyams, the Honorable, was still in Parliament, they told him that, why don't you go to Pride Theatre and perform with Bakayimbira? So what I'm trying to say here is that theatre is life.
Theatre is life. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Moving on to the next question about theatre is life. So let's start from there. When did you know, what was the spark? When did you know nti ogenda kubeera mu nakati, ogenda beera mu theatre? What was that spark?
Actually, I didn't know I would become an actor. I always craved music. I wanted to be a singer, a musician, because when I was still at St. Mary's College, Kisubi, that's my O level, and there was Jimmy Katumba with the Ebonies. Initially, I was a chorister, singing in church, and I'm that guy who had the highest
Pitch.
Voices and all that, my vocals. So even in a boys' school, I would of course sing the discounts and everything. I was that good.
Nice.
And I thought I would end up with Jimmy Katumba with the Ebonies. But I wasn't meant to be. And when I finished my O-level in 1979, I tried to find a way of joining the Ebonies. I didn't know how to do it. So it was the S4 vacation. I'm living with my cousin, who is passed over. And he had a friend. This friend of his used to come there and they talk. We were big guys, and I was single for them. But I used to enjoy listening to, he has just died by the way, the late Jimmy Cliff. And when he died, I told my wife that that guy sparked me into singing. I loved him. So this guy is called David Royson Katete, who found me at the gates in Rubaga there, Ebony's Gates, where they have their studios. And he asked me, "What are you doing here?" I told him, I'm waiting for that gate to open so that I can sneak in and tell them, here I am, I can sing. I thought it was as simple as that. And do you know what he told me? He said, "Come, let's go back.
Okay.
I'm going to make you an actor. You will sing, you will direct, you will produce, you will be everything." How? Because throughout my school up to O level, I had appeared in just 2 plays. In primary 3, I acted in the story of Njabala. And again, I didn't take a big role. No, it was just a neighbor who sees this spirit helping the girl to dig. And I would go back to inform the husband that, you know, it is not your wife that is digging. Then, at St. Mary's, there is the Trials of Brother Jero. Again, I was that guy, the emissary, who goes to him to call upon the people in the village, in the community, to come for whatever it was. And that's all I acted.
That's all I had done. And
now, this man tells me we're going to do everything.
So many things.
The next day, this guy takes me to Pop Paul Memorial.
Yes.
Actually, that's where I started. So when he took me there, it was evening. We go on stage. There were these very beautiful, healthy women, not girls, women. To me, they were women. And I was the kiddo there. And they give me a seat on stage. He goes away. These people are talking there, whatever they want to talk. I don't know whether they were talking about their boyfriends or whether they were talking about their businesses. I was just there.
This is a rehearsal?
That is a rehearsal.
Okay.
But the rehearsal has not started because the director has gone out.
Okay.
Now, Gwelinas. So, he did not come back until the end of the rehearsal time.
Wow.
When he came back, he asked me, "What have you taught them?"
Taught them?
Yes.
Not what have you learned?
No. I asked him, "What?" Hey. Yes, I expected you to teach them something because I know you have things you have to teach people.
Okay.
That's the first teacher. And when it came to real acting on stage, at my tender age, he gave me the role of an old man, a very old man who is going to fight for his daughter. And my daughter was a very huge, let me say huge, very fat, very beautiful, and I'm the father. I'm going to the other family to start a war, a battle with the other family.
That is proper throwing it to the deep end.
Oh, what was here? I had to go. And the people, so there was one guy who was a very good, well, become a very good friend of mine. I cooled down. I told him I can't. Now what? So then we had no beards. We had to make beards.
Yes.
You get that here, and you use, you know, this gun. We use it for what they use for plastering tubes.
Tubes, yes.
Bicycle tubes, or in the wheel. So you put it there. But after the show, you have to remove it. It goes with the skin.
It's tough bone. It's tough bone. Eh? Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh, good.
So I had to become an old man. Thank heavens. The show had to go on. That's how I started my first show.
Amazing.
And then, as I was getting used, the other thing of singing kept coming. So I started, and he encouraged me to compose. And because before then, before you perform, we have to sing for the audience, okay? As they settle. We used to do vocals, okay? And that's how they became called Bakaimbira. We were very good singers.
Nice,
right?
nice.
And I'm that bastard who could sing anything. He would make me sing soprano, sing alto, sing tenor, and as I grew up, he wanted me even to try bass, but I couldn't. My voice was tiny.
Was still tiny.
But now I sing bass.
Nice.
Because I've come of age. Now, I started composing. I was telling people recently that my first composition has never been recorded. And it was The Flame of Music. And we would sing it on stage with in the chorus. So that's how I started acting. I acted, and the spirit of music lived in me to the extent that I became more of a songwriter, not a music writer, songwriter. And I would go to studios, and they told me, why don't you learn these instruments, keyboard? I told them, no, I've got the greatest instrument. That's my
voice. Yes.
Yeah. So I could not go back to St. Mary's for A level. I had joined this trade, and it demanded me to be around. And by then again, it was for the Musiru Dala Dala. They used to refer to them as Musiru Dala Dala. And it was easy. It would be easy to identify an actor, a Musiru Dala Dala. They used to wear torn coats. They would put on hats. They would carry the couples. So they would always identify them like that. Of course, there were those sane ones here at the National Theatre, because I'm talking of the period of the then it was who was there when I came in? There was Christopher Mchivi. There was Alex Mukulu. There was Fajil Mande. there was Kampala City Players. And then there were not so many groups, but there were groups. I think there was also Negro Angels. And in the Busoga, there was JDS, Ginger Dramatic Society. There was Basoga Baino. And in Mbale, there was a group, a very strong group. I forget the name. But then in Masaka, there was a group. In Barara, there was another big group. The guy was, I think, killed. It was a... So, in each and every region, town, before they became cities today, there was drama. And then, in the 80s, I think we had over 500 drama groups.
Wow.
One thing here in the city, each and every group would perform every Sunday.
Every Sunday?
Every Sunday. Because then we had the National Theatre, and after the National Theatre, then there was it Riverside of the late Omugavendugwa, Black Pearls, and there was the Semoge Wankalo of the United Players, Ups. Then there came to be Biwologoma.
What was that?
Biwologoma is after or before Container Village when you are coming from Entebbe. It is Container Village, but there where there is this shrine of the, is it Indians? Not Indians. They pray from there.
I see Container Village.
Just adjacent to, is it former game? This ShopRite something.
So there's another theatre.
But talk of any club. There is the La Quinta, there was the Basgondi nightclub in Bwaise, Kajansi, Kamocha, everywhere where there would be a club. On Sunday, it would be drama. Everywhere. Drama was booming, and people were responding positively. People loved theatre then. It was about theatre, not music as it is today. So when I went for HS, I had to go for a day school. And that is Kampala High School. And there is this story, I enjoy telling that. Because I did not join immediately, I had no money to pay for my fees. So we went on acting, blah, blah. We go to the countryside, we go to Masaka, we go to Lyantonde. And then the publicity was wonderful. We go with our drums.
That's what you'd use.
Yes, that is when we are talking about what do you call it now? Drives.
Drives.
Our drive would be you board the coaster, you go to Chinoni, you get out, bring out your drums, start playing the drums, the people know you are there. And
nice.
It was at times they would, because we perform at night, we had to wait when they had closed their shops and they've taken their kids to bed, then they would come and we perform.
Good marketing strategy.
So when I got the money to go to school, I went because they had offered me a place.
Nice.
I go to the deputy headmaster, the late Kayondo, Prince Kayondo. I had to act it out. I went in limping.
Okay.
I got an accident and I couldn't come.
Theatre is being live right here.
He just looked at me and I passed, and he told me, pass through the staff room. So I went through the staff room. Now in the corridor, as I was going to mount the stairs to my class, he had followed me. He had followed me.
God.
So he was standing there at the door of the staff room, looking at me. When I looked back, He just shook his head and said, Then my drama was starting.
Yeah.
And that's where I met my brothers, Andrew Benon Chibuka and Charles James Senkoge. And even Ashraf Semogere, those we met there.
That same school.
Yes. Ashraf, I think was still on O level. Chibuka and Senkoge, we were in the same class. So I proposed a drama club. We started this drama club for one reason: to perform Wall Soyinka's The Road.
Okay.
The Road was our literature text, but because Soyinka used pidgin, it was not easy to understand Soyinka's work. We said, why don't we act it? And then we had a patron, that is Mr. Joe Impoza. He became our patron and started training us at school. We acted it in schools because it was a set place, so we had an audience.
You had an audience, yes.
Remember, I'm already in another group, not in school. That is Kampala Drama Actors. As we went on, I told these guys, why don't you come over? There's something big at this end. And let me see. There is a council, Kavuma Kavenge. At one time, I think he was chairman of Express. Kavuma Kavenge, we started together at St. Mary's College, and again we came together to Kampala High School. With him, we acted with him at school, but he did not come to Akaimbira, to Kampala Drama Actors. Then in there, we started serious drama. Okay? So I pick these guys, I take them to this group. We start. This guy is mentoring us, and time came when he wrote something unpalatable.
Your literature teacher? Your literature teacher is still your mentor?
No, now in Kampala, this is Katete. So you had to run away. Hey. That is Obote too. And drama was very sensitive. And because he had experienced how mysteriously Kawadwa disappeared and all that, and he had written a very strong play, Kateto Mumpembe, it did not go down well with the state. So when he went, we stayed alone. But there was a guy, this guy was a newscaster at Radio Uganda, and he could read Swahili news, but he was good at marketing. So he was a friend of Katete. Now he became our chairman.
Took you on.
So, and he was the only one working. We had no money, but he had money, so we could deal with the publicity and everything. And we started moving on. It was the youngest team in a very large family of old men. The difference was that with us, we are still in school, and we had made up our mind. We decided that no, let's do it. Now we have to save the image, reconstruct the face of theater. Okay? We said we shall not be called Msiru Daladala. No. We shall always present ourselves smartly. And actually, I don't know, but we introduced the idea of wearing suits everywhere, and they would see us like that. So from there we go to campus, and that's where we create or we build our audience. We would perform at campus for the campusers. We would go to secondary schools and perform for them. And then this is the audience that followed us out of school, and it followed us until they grew old. They got married, they went abroad, they died. things of the kind.
They gave birth
Now,
to children who got to understand who you are.
Now we don't know where they are. But that's how we moved up, I think, up to where we are. And what I know, we were recognized as the best drama group for that century.
Nice. Kongs. Thank you for that story. It details so much in so little time, but it's so much. Let's talk about your biggest influences. You've talked about some of them, but it is someone who took you from the gate and said, I'll make you so many things. Then there are those people that you met in Kampala Drama Actors. What were those influences, and how do you think they have molded who you are today?
Now, as a parent, you don't know how you decide what your child would be. Words of the mouth are prophecies. What Daudi Vunana, that's Mr. Katete, wished me to be, I have become. And when he came back, actually he went and stayed out for over 30 years. So now he's around. Only, was it last month or the other month? I decided to celebrate 46 years on stage.
Yeah.
And he said, you know, I think I have to come back. He had even changed his name, and he was using Daudi Vunana, not David Royson Katete. So he curtain raised for my 4 shows. Nice. He would come on stage and tell them how he got me. And for that, he said, no, I have to come back. I'm very happy because he's now appearing on the screen in certain series. Now that I'm happy for that. Now with these other guys, we became a family. Not as in the theater fraternity, but families at home. We became brothers, and our families are entwined like this. What happens at Chibuka's family has happened at mine or at Senkubugi's. And people wonder how we have managed to stay together for over 40 years.
That's a lot.
So now you can calculate when we started Bakaimbira Drama Actors in 82. Then you count 92, 2002, 22, 40.
Whoa.
Yeah. So actually, Bakaimbira is now 43, 44 years, I think.
Together.
Because I'm older than Bakaimbira, because I brought them into the thing. So I was a year or two older than them in this business. And they have not disappointed.
No.
And above all, there are things that happen in life, and so what? But they wouldn't come here and start talking without remembering that this guy brought us into these things. Now, there is Ashraf, who was a dental surgeon.
Oh, okay.
And with him, he said, no, it is not my fault that I'm in these things. It was him who picked me and brought me in these things. Now I cannot even pluck out his tooth. So that alone, and the many, I don't want to call them generations, but they are generations, the many people that have passed through my hands and have shared my talent, invaluable.
There are so many. There are so many. And we thank you for that.
Sure.
Now let's go to Makerere.
Yes.
You had stopped at Makerere. What did your training in? I know you trained in literature and Uganda language. How did your training mold you into, especially a playwright?
Now, it makes me the granary of lexicon. When it comes to words, the words that we spill out, complemented by the actions, because theater is about man doing something,
Yeah.
not talking. We just talk. People get bored when there is no action. Okay. But I have an advantage in that I trained in languages. At Makerere, I read Luganda, English language and literature, even French, by the way. But I dropped French for linguistics. So when I graduated, I started lecturing at Makerere, and I was lecturing in Uganda, English language studies, and linguistics. So I became a mine of language acquisition and dissemination. So when I start writing, I'm good at exploiting my language faculties.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's why my works have been studied at Makerere University, even in high school. And I, as a person, the person of me, has been examined. So I'm an examinable content at UNEB. I think they've just changed the curriculum a few years back. But for over 10 years, the students were studying about me and answering questions about me to pass their exams, okay, as per UNEB. So this is the guy you have here.
Amazing, amazing. What does it take to be that? There are people who train by doing. For example, they join the industry and they learn things on job. And then there is you who joined, learned things on job, but still went to Makerere and did that training. What would you say it takes to be an examinable content like you?
So let me paraphrase your question. What does it take to be Aloysius Matovu Joy?
Exactly.
Now I'm bragging about. So St. Paul talks about gifts. These gifts, you cannot get all of them.
No.
As you can see, you find someone who is a good writer but cannot act. A songwriter finds problem with the beats. And there are those people who were gifted with those very sweet voices. There are those who are very flexible with their bodies. They are good dancers. And there are those who were naturally talented to be actors. And actually, naturally talented people are the comedians. With them, it just happens, just comes. All right? But you can nurture or you can train someone to act. Okay? I tell people that Charles James Senkobuge was a very shy guy. And when we were at Kampala High School, he was reading divinity, literature, and something else. So their team of those who were reading divinity, they were just 2 boys and a team of girls. So with him, his group, his company was girls, and he felt comfortable with them. When we started moving together, when we went to his home, we realized that they were a saved family, born again. And our sister, his eldest sister, actually we used to think that was his mom.
Okay.
He was a very humble guy who could not even crack a joke. But when we are doing the road, he ended up acting that major role of the professor in the road. And from there, he started. Something had been tickled.
Because of training.
Yeah. Yes. And you know, you admire, you idolize, and you feel like you want to be like this one. When he's narrating his story, he talks about there was a certain guy, Kaiser Dungu, and he says he could sit in the wings there and watch him. And when Kaiser went, he could act, Senkobuge could act that. Okay? Now, when you raise the passion, and when you have to meditate, because it's not about waking up tomorrow, I'm going for rehearsals, I will act. Do you spare time to think about what you are going to act? Do you understand? Because some people just come on stage without conceptualizing what they are going to present to people. So they don't don, they put on the costume, but they don't put on the character. Okay?
You see someone, they are still them, they are just moving about on
and
stage.
People will note that yeah, but it is, it does not tekigatta abadde ayambadde naye ne byayambadde tebikwatagana na byayogera. Okay? So that training, what happened, you know the story of the late Professor Mbowa, Rose Mbowa. Rose Mbowa was a very good friend of ours. So when she used to watch us, and we were not students at MDD, actually she offered Mr. Chibuka a scholarship to go to Connecticut and study directing, because he's a good director. And he said, how will it be if he gets this knowledge? Training. He realized that the students he was producing from MDD could not live up to our standard, who have never gone there. So he went for Mariam Ndagiri, Katolu Bwama, Abe Mchibi, the likes of those, and took them to study MDD. So bringing this natural, call it natural talent, put in education, so they get to know the nitty-gritties and everything that is in theater, and they made it. Kato Bwama was fantastic. Look what Abe Mchibi. Look what Mariam Ndagire. Even Ashraf Semogere went there for that. Because he was I had tempted him into acting. He had to go there and again gain some skills. Yes. So training per se is very important for our people. Notwithstanding anything that comes with it, the costs. You want to produce something that is quality. The reason we survived for that long, we insisted on quality, and our content was ever quality. Unfortunately, we did not, with all due respect, may his soul rest in eternal peace, Prince Ndaula, who was president of International Theatre Institute for a very long time. There were always invitations. And he would tell us, he had his bag and we would mimic him, would put it here. And he comes and shows you, see? Now there are these invitations here, and was there. But we never had an opportunity to share on the international platforms. But that's that.
That's that.
Yes. And what Rose Mbowa did with Kivuka to send him to America to train, maybe even these ones here, as the International Theatre Institute, would profit, even us would profit in exposing us and exposing ourselves to the international world. Okay? But you see, in film, there are some guys that have even penetrated Hollywood, Ugandans. So, International Theatre Institute takes me back to the stage, because theatre, you cannot separate stage from that conglomerate that makes art.
Yes, thank you so much. Dear viewer is still with us, and we are still with our good sir here telling us all that he has done and giving us valuable advice on how best to do things. My take home right now would be that even if you have natural talent, you need some form of training to understand how it is done with quality and how and why some things are done the way they are done. Your natural talent alone is good, but you also need to get some training. You also talked about mentorship. People that have, shaped what he is, and people have worked with him, and today to where they are. So those are important take-homes for me. This is the IKV show. It's brought to you by ITI Uganda, and we bring to you stories one at a time of everybody who has done theatre, who is doing theatre, and you who is yet to do theatre. Maybe next time you'll be the one seated there and telling us about your story. All you have to do is keep going and come to us as ITI Uganda. Let's build this network. Let's keep building these stories one at a time. We get back to our dear guests. You have done a lot of things, a lot of plays, a lot of productions. What would you consider to be the most influential play that you've done?
There is, as in influential, Bazebulala.
What was about land grabbing?
Because some people branded it very political, but I'm very apolitical. Whereas in my conscience, I have that critical eye of everything, of course. As a a writer,
Mm.
but one thing about Bazebulala is most of the things I wrote about had not yet happened.
So the future.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
You see George Orwell,
Mm-hmm.
Animal Farm.
Mm.
Now, what I wrote about has now all come to be manifested.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those who are still reading, they ask, how did you get to know about it? And I always have a disclaimer. It's not me.
Mm.
By the grace of God, I'm what I am. But Bazebulala was so passionate about land and how you see Namamve. He talks about Namamve, that then Namamve will be filled with factories. Hardcores will fill the these what do you call them?
Wetlands. Wetlands.
Wetlands and all that, those things, and people would sell their land, and some people would come to take the land away. It was not me, but it is me, because I'm the writer. And then there was another one. After Bazebulala, then it is Mirembe. And actually, those are the books that were examined, not talking about the poetry books and all that. And Mirembe, my writings have something about them. I write about beautiful girls. And those girls actually inspire me. It's like, and the true story is, Mirembe, there was this girl, we were in love, and how would I remember her forever? So I write a story
Inspired by her.
by her, and that her ends up not her. It's my motherland. So, for instance, in Mirembe, there are these two families who decide to marry off their children. One has boys, another one has girls. But the last bonds, that is the Mirembe, and all the boys are fighting for this one. Okay? Yet they've already got theirs, but they are still fighting for this one.
Interesting.
And who is supposed to be taken by the last born of theirs? And again, the last born is into whom the father invested everything. Education, the others, he gave them pieces. One is educated, another one is an army man, another one is a farmer, things of the kind. But with this one, the last born is educated, he is a farmer, and then there was one thing missing in that family. They had no military training. And why the father did that is because when he was attacked, these people took everything from him because he could not read. So he wanted a child who can read. They took everything of his. So he wanted someone to be a farmer. And it was like this diamond where you have education, then you have agriculture as in farming, and then you have the military. So he had a military boy, he had a farmer boy, he has an academician. And what he did, he invested each and everything in this last born. He had everything, but he had not found something that is missing of him. That's military. So when he goes into exile, that's where he finds a man who trains him militarily. Now that is the complete
person, one complete picture.
Now, as I was writing, I was not thinking about Operation Wealth Creation. But at the end of that day, Mirembe is the masterpiece of Operation Wealth Creation.
Nice.
Okay? Because everything is there. That's how you have to run the country, that people should have each and every piece of these. Okay? You can protect yourself. You are educated enough, because when you are educated and you are rich because of this agricultural country, then you are rich. Okay? You have everything. Then you have peace, because each and everyone can feed, protect himself and everything. And then there will be no disease, there will be no poverty. So, and when I talk of the deep triangle, that is disease, ignorance, and poverty, because disease cannot thrive when we are educated.
Educated, yes.
Okay? And we have the money. How are you now?
Interesting. Interesting. I love the deep triangle. I'll carry that with me as an artist. Now, still talking about your plays, we know you to have written plays that are socially, politically engaging, but you have written them and known how to spice the message without being abusive, without being vulgar. How does it, what does it take for you to achieve that? Does it go back to your experience as a language expert, or does it have experience in itself?
You cannot rule that out, because I am a master of my own trade, okay? And I have a weakness. I don't watch plays. Rarely do I go to theater. You know why?
No, I don't know.
I would feel offended, seated in the audience, someone is on the stage and just blasts out all kinds of trash, especially as language is concerned. Because when we had just come in here, when I had just come here, there used to be the late Warakira. He used to enjoy his bottle. That one I remember. But before you perform on this stage, you have to come and rehearse. And that was the real censor board. There was the Christopher Ntalumbwa, there was the late Leonard Ondur, and later there was Bazale. Those people would be there to go through your production. And there was no way you could fool around with language, okay? And Walake would sit there, second last row. As you rehearse and start messing around, then his voice would come. Ozanyabi. So we were groomed in a way that theater is not just for laughter. Theater is not about saying whatever you want to say. It is not about talking out of turn. Theater is a message, there is substance. And this substance, people have to go with it. Okay? So let's compare a musical show at Nachivubo it fills up. People go. He starts singing, they jump, they la 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 la. After the show, they go back home. And they tell you, welcome back. How was it? Oh, it was wonderful. What did you come away with? The guy can shout, the can. Oh. So you come here at the National Theatre. After the show, you go home. You have a story to tell.
Something, the spark within you that has been ignited by theatre.
So as a social one who loves love, I love to laugh, by the way. And when in my heydays, they used to call me the king of romance. Yeah, I could act with those. So you can act a romantic play without misusing or abusing language. And because I'm now an authority in the Luganda language, I couldn't. And actually it doesn't come. I know each and every word. However obscene it is. And if you were to make a statement, I would tell you that's vulgar.
However much you package it.
You know, the Kwanjula kwa Baganda, they don't use proverbs. No, because the Ganda proverbs are double-edged. Until you say it like this when there is an inner meaning. Yeah.
Meaning.
Yes. So when you use it at Obko, you end up owemudde. Zo ziwemula. Actually, Abaganda bawemuzi. Olulimi lwabwe luwemula okukamala. That's how it came up. Until every proverb is
a double-edged sword.
You have the literal meaning and the inner meaning. The inner meaning is the obscene meaning. It insinuates that. Okay? To the extent that even when they are going to Kwanjula, there are certain things, gifts they don't take. They don't take these green, not green pepper, this biringanya. They have a name. They don't take carrots. They don't want to take suju. Because they can be interpreted to mean balms, right? Things of the kind. So our language is very sensitive. Okay? So when people write, if actually they write, and by the way, not many write.
Not many write. That's true. That's true.
So they just put up things. Let's say that you get a chino, and you go to watch a play when actually it is on Manila paper. You go backstage, it's there, here, there. Wano ayingira na kola chino. Wano ayogera chino. They just remember this is what to say. So now, how are you going to control that?
You cannot.
Kisimatuka. Kubanga ne bw'obeera ku script. At times you end up blurting out a word. Oh my God, has that ever happened to me? Yeah.
Nice.
It just escaped and you don't know where it came about.
Now that's you as a script, then this one who doesn't have a script, it's hard.
Yeah.
Not.
People actually in here, I'm saying people should write. And there is this, I don't want to call it pride or arrogance. People know that they know, but they don't know. And unfortunately, they are not taking advantage of the opportunity they have that some of us are still living. Okay?
Important. That's an important point. It's an important point.
So, and because they don't write, we are short of literature. Some people perform wonderful plays, and you wish it was
Just stays on stage.
scripted.
Unfortunately, it's happening.
And people are so mean with their money. Someone would like to have your services without pay. Then what? Man eateth where he worketh.
Yes.
You want my services, which would not be a very big price to pay. Actually, it's not paying a price. It is not be very costly, but one would rather stay with his so many plays, write them the way he wants, and you end up that even the National Curriculum Development Center has no works to put to give to your neighbor. Yet, the last time we celebrated Christopher Mchivizi, was it how many years we went there, and I told him that I'm offering to transcribe one of your plays so that people may read about you. Now this goes to all writers or performers or theater practitioners. In the academia world, where I do belong, by the way,
You do.
you either publish or perish. Nchidem,
Yes,
you either publish or perish.
and keep with your work.
When I'm out of this human life, people will read what I wrote. And there could be someone who has written wonderful plays that are never published. So you perish with them.
When you perish, you've gone. The story has finished.
A word to a wise man.
Ako nange nkakutte ng'omuntu. Now, omuzannyo olusozi lwa Abatulege. It won a national festival award. How did you bring that to life? What does it mean to have a play that can win a festival award?
That's a wonderful story to tell. Now, we used to have Uganda Theatre Groups Associations festivals every year. Remember, we had so many groups, and we were the youngest group. So we go into this because with us it is you sit together and expound on it, brainstorm it. So we said, okay, this time we are going to these competitions. And they gave us here for the finals. They gave us to perform at 10 a.m. where there will be no audience. You know, the audience hypes you, gives you morale. But with them, because they had the influence and all that, they said you act at 10. So the bigger groups would act in the afternoon. We said well and good. We had a show in Nansana that night, that Sunday before the Monday when we were going to perform. So after performing, we get into serious business, preparing for the next day. So we come and we perform Olusozi lwa Abatulege. There was a gentleman, he's now dead, Kurani Makalinda, a writer, and he was in the curriculum. He said, "Oh my God, we are looking for content for literature students of literature." This one, that's how we won. And when we won that, there was no going back. Actually, that one sparked us off. Because if we had the brains to bring out that, then
You could bring more.
we said, let's roll. And that's when we came, the kings
of Ugandan theatre.
Yes. And we never went back. So we started producing quality productions that actually affect society and impact on them and their well-being, whereby the mirror we created had no crack. When we went into family, I think there was some 3 weeks when we were at the National Theatre, 3 weekends.
3 weekends.
And you start on Friday, go on Saturday, Sunday, and at times we would act even on Monday. I remember that. All seats sold. So we had started. And we stayed there comfortably. And we were no longer the little boys who had come to play and pull around. We were now becoming the consultants, the big boys. And we ended up even producing productions for the greats like Eli Wamala, but the Jimmy Katumbas, and with the all-stars, when we get together, again, Bakayimbira would do the donkey work when it comes to directing and all that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Actually, at the end of the day, Eli Wamala acted with Bakayimbira. Even Paulo Cafel came and acted.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
As not to come and sing in the play, but to
be
act.
an actor, coming to your trade. Interesting. On that same point, what would you consider to be like the peak era of the theatre in Uganda? And what changed? What do you think changed after that?
Unfortunately, but facts are facts. After us, no one came up. Because you see that the groups we are moving with, they were all producing very wonderful productions. The late Omugavendugwa had wonderful productions at Riverside. There was the late Aloysius Matovu at Iworogoma. He also had wonderful productions. Then there was Apps, Semoge Wankaru. What happened? They all ran away. In one of my compositions, I was saying that the ones we found around, I don't know where they went. Those we lived with, they're coiling away. The incomings,
we're not seeing them.
So we were there and very comfortable. Okay? Yet, that spirit of competitiveness, which makes theatre healthy, always pushed us on. At one time, we went to watch a play because Omugavendugwa was our biggest challenge. He was an elder because he was older than us and all that. So he was producing a play. When we went there and watched what he had to present, after the play, we came back to Pride Theatre. We called all the members because we were releasing the next day. And we had to dismantle the whole thing. And because we saw what... Yeah, that's how good it was that even they would come and say, Kuruno Valese. So you either live up to that standard, and that actually was normally because we produced the likes of Kasozi, Basude, Sebata, Kafero. With them, they had that. Kafero afulumiza oluyimba. How do I counteract? So, olina okubeera nga mubeera ku level yemu. So that one was good because it would make people think. It would make people take their time to bring out something so that the audience moves. You see, these theaters, when you go to the National Theatre, this is how it was. To get a booking at the National Theatre, that is a sure paycheck, okay? Because the audience knew that what is put on stage here
is quality.
Yes, it's quality. Then you could even eat dates. You tell them, I've got here. Because the city, for that matter, knew where the good things were. So I would come to you, now look here, Mr. Boone, I'm short of cash. I need some money. I've got a show at the National Theatre in 2 months. I would get the money because that is sure deal.
Sure deal.
And from there it would travel. You go to Viologoma, you go to Riverside, you go to Masaka, and then you go all around the country with the same production because this was the anointment. So this one is anointed. It has passed the litmus test. Go and make money.
From all those, regulators,
yes.
You get to stage, this is what changed. What do you think changed?
What changed is that Bambi, the people who had passion for theatre, those who are not in exile are dead. And not withstanding the fact that they come of age and they are no longer vibrant. So when you retire, you go home and let another generation take on. But theatre and drama per se was affected by a number of things. Number one, businessmen.
Yes.
When the FM stations craze started, the entrepreneurs had to look for
faces
the actors
and voices
because they used to follow us. They would come to theatre and you would say, now I need one. How much? So these people who went to radio stations then would name their price. He would take you because people would love to listen to you on radio. And after listening to you on radio, he or she just imagines, oba kati ayambadde atya ng'alya, oba kati atukolera buli bw'atukolera, and they would get satisfied. So you would find that programs like Kaliso Liso kept on selling. There was Vitabuse when the Senkubuges were on Simba, and then the Abbeys at CBS, and so stations all over had an impact, a negative impact on theatre. And these people, by the way, it is not like they go to the station and the producer gives them what to say. No, this is your program.
It's you
thinking for it, And it ends up that all his brains will be about the program on radio. Kati obwongo bwe tebukyali ku byeno. And then go where you are needed most, radio station.
So audience is also started saying, I will listen,
Yeah,
I don't need to go and...
Then entertainment. Apart from music, because remember music then it was Zairwa, and then it became Uganda. The likes of Mariam Dagila played a very good role to chase away the Lingala music. But entertainment of a kind. There is this, these, you know, these sandals they call what? These sandals, I've never worn them. They used even to call them message. Semakula used to wear them when he had. Babiyita batya bino. Nigina.
Nigina,
Nigina impacted us badly. Remember, theater or entertainment in general is followed by the fair sex. It sorries women. Okay? Now, women, elderly women, get a program of Nigina. They would go there, sing, dance, enjoy, share whatever they have to share. They have no time for what?
For theater.
Then you go to introduction ceremonies. Remember, all these things happen at the weekend.
At the weekend when theater should be happening.
Now, are they moderators, whatever they are, those that talk at the functions, they bring all the drama at the introduction ceremony. Now, one would rather go for an introduction ceremony
and watch you perform.
And there is eating. They eat. Okay? So that audience is cut off. Then another one, the Pentecostal churches. The Pentecostal churches, hit us hard. Because the generation that we would be pulling into theater would rather go and get born again. They will dance, they will sing, they will socialize.
And they will pray to God.
Definitely. But in our dramas, we don't pray to God. Unless it is in the script that here we pray. And if we pray, it is on stage. But here, everybody is enjoying. And actually, they are the Pentecostals. They expect some miracles. And when someone is stressed or frustrated, kangende ndokoke nkolera ekyamagero.
That one has gone. They are not coming back to theater.
Kakati olaba nti everything is there. Kati you end up looking for an audience,
for those,
and the audience that would be has come of age. Okay? If we've been there for 40 years, which means those who used to watch us are in 60s, 70s, and all that, they cannot longer manage it. Okay? And remember, the mortality, people die.
Yes.
And when we talk about death, people don't want to think that so many people have died. Yes. But there are more people who have died than are on earth. Okay? Kati bwe baba bafa, these ones who are around just want stand-up comedy. They get the audience, and you know why? There is that. Did I talk about it? The other language, the vulgar language.
He talks about
it. There are those ones who are good and morally upright, and there are those that are really very bad, and people would rather watch those ones. Okay? So why should I go and sit in the National Theatre for even 3 hours? And there is that problem. This generation is writing very long plays.
We are competing with so
Because
much.
the time they take for a production wouldn't be more than 2.5 hours, maximum 3. Okay. They start late. Now people are coming from their offices, they want to see the Saturday show.
And then you go back home and rest. Then you delay.
But you delay. And when you delay, it means you leave late.
Yes.
That's another problem. So someone says, no, sobola kugenda ebyo nabiraba ku TV. And of course they are these, but actually they are, I think we are doing a wonderful job. The Filipino series and all that, they had taken over the Korean things of the kind.
Indians.
But that they call them obuzanyo, abachala, they love that. So if there is a play, a skit ako, a series at 8, and there is a production here, the other woman would rather stay home and watch the play.
Yeah.
So that's how we are losing it. And that's why people would rather start writing skits for YouTube, TikTok, where they can put them bit by bit.
And someone can watch them at the comfort, in the comfort of their home.
But even again, the payment, I'm not sure of it, how they are paid. But you put it there and people watch it for free. Because I understand there is a minimum number of followers.
And viewership, yes, that you need to get to before you start.
But I cannot tell you, please follow me, please subscribe and all that.
Starting on that point, I'm going to tell you to please subscribe to our YouTube channels. And YouTube channel, we bring to you these stories every week. At least there's a story, there's a new story. Today we are with our good guest today, Aloysius Matovu, Joy. In that order. Yes. And this is ITI, it's the archive show. We bring to you stories of theatre makers in Uganda, one story at a time. And today we are honored that we have two special things. It's the last archive show we are doing for this year, 2025, and we are hosting someone who has done so much in the theatre world. So we are very blessed, and we are still talking to him as we near the end. Let me ask Mr. Matovu.
Yeah. Linus, aren't we done?
We are almost done. We are
Do you
almost
have
done.
food here?
We are almost done.
This
This is an important one. As ITI, you know, our mission is to make sure we bring our theatre back and to bring more theatre artists to us and create that network. As an experienced theatre person, how do you advise ITI to do this better?
Okay. Number one, you know who we are. You know where to find us. I'm not talking about our homes. Don't come to our homes. Of course, you can. Suppose you were to hold a symposium. Is it a symposium? Call it whatever, a workshop. But invite those who are still around. Let me tell you something about artists. Artists want to eat. So when you invite them for something like a conference or workshop, they will ask, is there food? Peterson Mutebi, in one of his songs, sang, abagenyi musibye mutya nno, nsuubira musibye bulungi, amawulire gendeeta aganjala kaakati munaalya kimmwe. They want to eat. And then again, I don't know how this culture came about. They don't want to spend their fuel. So as ITI, when we want it to work, organize it, invite them, assuring them it will take this long. Of course, your transport will be catered for. Because actually what you are doing is good for them. But they don't want to hear the good for them on empty stomachs. So going back, when you invite them, because each and everybody has ideas, some people are seated there, why don't they do this? What about this? We were wondering, how did the theatre festival die? Who is going to resurrect it like Christ? Now, International Theatre Institute could have means of bringing it back. What I'm seeing now is Mariam Ndagire. I think the president has ever been there. She has her program. A number of groups come, but you can spread it. Have you searched to know how many active groups are there in the various regions of the country? Amazingly, it's like football. At village level, there are those football clubs. And in communities, there could be those drama clubs.
Yeah, they are there.
So now if they are there, befriend them, entice them, give them, something to tickle them into. They say, now this season, we are going to have a festival in the community, the society there. Oba mu byalo, and they start looking forward to reaching
the national level.
Because talent is there. We became kings through festivals. Okay? Kati, if you try that and you end up giving them themes, okay, you can even tell them that in this region you have issues to talk about. And their theme is about those issues, from those issues. Okay? Then, when the time comes for that festival, put in some money. I don't know where the money is. Okay? Yeah, because people, they will always say there is no money. But money has to be somewhere if you want it to work. And then you are going to see a thriving theatre industry from the grassroots. Because you still have these aging guys like me. These people, when they go to the villages, they go, and they will say, "Oh, musajja bulijjo gyali bannange." You don't know, he came, talked with us, things of the kind. Invest in the living generation before it disappears.
Mukama naawe abeere naawe. Thank you so much, Mr. Matovu, for today, for your time, and for giving us that valuable advice, really. Whoever is watching, you have listened and heard what he has done, what he has said. Please follow what he has said. That is the reason we do this show, to bring to you these gentlemen and women, to let you know how it used to be, how it is, and how you can do it better. From us to you, that will be it for today. We are saying happy holidays and see you again next time.